Hello, amazing, beautiful people. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. Here we are in season 2, week 10 of relational experience intelligence and how to really win in the real game of life. It's so exciting. So today I want to talk about being of service and having something to offer. I've just been blessed with an incredible week, a massive week, where I've had the honour of attending an international faith over fear conference with Ray and Jessica Higdon, which last weekend was full on and full of fire. And so what happens when we attend some of these conferences? As we can go, we can take the information in, we can get inspired, get fired up, and then do nothing with it. Unhelpful. It's helpful, like for the moment it's good, but we want something more than that, something real. And so what did I notice at this stage with this group of people who were quite different? They were really, really amazing. So what did I see on the stage which made me think about relationships, which made me think about how they win in the game of their lives? The first thing was that each one of them was running in the lane that they were called to win in. They were super focused and they were working like seamlessly in their gifting. It was beautiful to see. And the second thing I noticed, that everyone was pumping. They were on fire. They were full of energy. They were literally like full of it. It was great. Each speaker knowing exactly what the message was that they were going to deliver and what offer they were going to share. And I loved the fact they had a story, so it was their experience. Then they had some information for us to take away so we could do something with it. And then if we wanted to deeper dive more, there was more to offer. The third thing that I saw was self-discipline on time and execution. They showed who they were, why they were here, and what they had to offer in 15 minutes. They were outstanding. The fourth thing I noticed, that each one honored the others. Might not be all of them, but they listened intently to what others were sharing in their lanes. They were there to seek wisdom, to seek insight, to grow for themselves. They weren't just rocking up, oh, look at me, I'm amazing, and rocking out again. They were there as a team, taking notes and open to learning. And the fifth thing that I noticed was that everyone had a relationship with Ray or his wife, or both, Jessica, his wife Jessica, or both of them. And their thanks and their gratitude for this couple who had sown into them, who'd given them the offer on the opportunity to be on the stage. It was just honoring, it was beautiful, it was real, it was authentic, and it was full of integrity. It was just, I loved it. I really enjoyed it. For me, it was worth getting up at 2 a.m. for 4 mornings on the trot, because that's the time it was, because it was in the States. So what did I notice? So all of this stuff is like, okay, so they recognized each other. They were good at what they did. Okay, so that's kind of, wouldn't you expect that at a conference? Yes, I would. But I wouldn't expect so much fruit, so much of their wisdom to be shared for free. We just had to turn up. And then also, if you wanted to dive deeper, which some did, some, they didn't all, not every speaker was for every person, but there would be 2 or 3 speakers for each person. So what did I notice? That each one of these speakers spoke from personal experience. They spoke from their heart and they had a solution to a problem. I loved that authenticity. They all spoke from their scars, not from their wounds. So in other words, they had been through whatever it was. They'd been through domestic violence. They'd been through being broke. They'd been whatever it was that they'd been through, and they'd come through clean on the other side. And from their scars and from what they'd learned, they spoke from there. And it was beautiful. They were all about Jesus and loving the people in front of them in the room, not about themselves. They were giving glory and honor to God. But what's more to the point here was that it was never, don't look at me, look at me. Yes, the glory was going back, but the wisdom and insight in the room was outstanding. And the third thing that I noticed was they offered breakthrough in the moment. People were getting free from guilt, anxiety, stress, fear of money, not making enough money, poverty mindsets, all sorts of stuff was going on in that building in that time, or for those of us on Zoom. with exceptional insight and wisdom, and that opportunity, as I say, to go deeper and further with them at the event. And there were a couple of speakers where I went, I want to know more about you, because what you have to offer is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And what I noticed is it was all about relationship with God, relationship with themselves, relationship with the people in the room, the people that they love. So I encourage you, what does that mean to you? Well, if your relationship with God, your spiritual relationship, is not in the right space, it's tough, because then you're doing it in your own strength, and then it's all down to you and all the weight is on your shoulders. If your relationship with yourself is not healthy, then how can you love others if you don't love yourself? Because actually what you do is you take your out and you dump it on others without knowing. And how, your relationship with others, what are your relationships like with those that you love? And I really encourage you to think about that. And if you are asking yourself, like, oh my goodness, I really don't love myself, I don't honor myself, I'm always putting everyone first, it's important but we have to come from a safe space where we are filled, where we are full, whether we're not using other people to prop us up. So if you want to know more about that, feel free to follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, and let me give you an introductory offer, maybe give you a free chapter for my book, which, by the way, we finished editing this week. Very exciting, so soon to be published. And I encourage you to ask yourself why you're here. Why are you personally here? Each speaker knew exactly which piece of the puzzle they were, which part they played, why they're here. And if you had, one purpose on the planet for you, what would it be? And sometimes that's quite a hard question to answer. It's like, oh, why am I really here? Or what's my purpose? So what you might want to do is turn it the other way and go, what do I really get fired up about? What would I like to change in this world? What really gets me riled? Maybe about it could be about a law. It could be about something in the culture. It could be about how we run our benefit system. Whatever it might be, there might be something that really gets you inside. And if you'd like to know more about finding your purpose or your why, follow me on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll message you, or if you message me, I will send you a free copy of Find My Why. So let's be real. Let's have some fun. Let's be the people we're called to be, and let's be super abundant and prosperous. In other words, let's just flow in what we're brilliant at. I've just watched probably 30 speakers, all different, all doing different things, share how they're flowing, and they're making good money. They've got great, everything that they do is turning just to gold. So let's help you make that happen for you. So have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I will look forward to seeing you. I'll look forward actually to seeing you this time next week for another episode or another session of relational intelligence and how we can really be real in our days and go deeper, go harder, go smarter. Have an amazing, God bless day. Love you all.